All right, we talked about Tesla bulls, and we're going to meet one in just a moment. In fact, one of the biggest ones on the street. But to preface that, Tesla's wild ride has left many of the analyst community in the dust. Check out where analysts stood just a year ago on this stock. Average price target was roughly $300 a share, just above where shares were trading at the time. Today, the average price target is closer to $500 a share, and that's more than 30% below where the stock closed today after that distinct sell-off. Next guest thinks Tesla has room to run. In fact, she thinks Tesla could hit $15,000 a share within the next 4 years. Let's bring in ARK Invest CEO and founder Cathie Wood. Cathie, welcome. I know $15,000 a share is not your base case.
No.
It's your reach case. What is your base case of where this $700 stock is in 4 years?
Yes, the base case, it's a 5-year target, so the end of 24, it's $7,000. And we've arrived at that price by weighting the probabilities of 10 different scenarios, including bankruptcy, to be honest. So we've tried to be as fair and balanced as we possibly could be. But our confidence level that this stock is heading for $7,000 over the next 5 years is very high.
And before we get into the video, please hit the like button. It really helps. I hope you have a good day. Enjoy the video. Tesla could be on the path to $2,500 by 2025. You know, I always used to believe that 2025 was 5 years away, but now when I suddenly look at that, it's just 3 years away. So everything's happening quickly, and Tesla is about $1,000 right now, so $2,500 would mean a 250% increase from where it is right now, and even if that could happen, it would be great for all the investors. And earlier this month, Tesla announced excellent vehicle production and delivery numbers. The company absolutely crushed the consensus delivery estimates by 16%. Well, crushing the estimates by 16% is a great result. But however, the company's share price went down even after the blockbuster report due to a broad market sell-off. Even when the report was good, everyone sold Tesla. And Tesla will report Q4 revenues and EPS in about 3 to 4 days from now. And while many analysts have raised their forecast, I still believe that the company can beat consensus figures. And moreover, the company should continue to guide higher reports and better than anticipated numbers as we advance in 2022. And this is something which Tesla will have to do for a very long period of time. Tesla always has to be ahead of its expectations and its competition if it has to justify its stock price. I think it will. The question is, for how long, for how many more years can Tesla maintain that 50% year-over-year increase? As of now, Tesla is doing double of that almost. Tesla almost did 1 million this year in 2021, and in 2022, if Tesla can deliver 2 million, that is again double. So I think the question is, even if Tesla can do half, it is meeting its expectations and what it has already promised. But the question is, for how many more years down the line can Tesla continue to do that? And Tesla is obviously doing mass production to achieve that. So I think we'll just have to wait and see. And therefore, the company's stock price will likely move higher into earnings and should move into the new all-time highs after the report. I think I'm just waiting to see when Tesla will get back to its all-time high, because once Tesla has that momentum, Tesla is suddenly untouchable. Nobody can stop Tesla from going up. And I think I'm looking for that kind of momentum right now, and right now it's in the dip, and I think if it gets down to $900, I think you should buy right now. And even if you buy right now at around $1,000, it is still a very good bet. And additionally, Tesla's stock price should push substantially higher over the next few years as the company advances into the future, and that's when the race of the EV begins. And once Tesla's report came out, you would think that after such a blockbuster report, the company's stock price would fly higher and break out to its new all-time highs. However, that was not the case here. We saw an initial jump to $1,200, but a sharp reversal briefly knocked down its shares to below $1,000. Well, that is quite a lot. Tesla stock went down to about 20% from where it was. And it is important to note that this abrupt correction of around 20% essentially began when Fed's hawkish minutes came over the wire, and therefore the recent pullback in the stock was not Tesla related but resulted from a broader stock market decline. So it isn't really about Tesla, and now that the market conditions appear to have stabilized, the company's stock should recover and proceed higher into the Q4 earnings. And provided that the stock market continues to be stabilized here, Tesla shares should break out to its all-time high for the way it has performed following the upcoming earnings announcement. And here are Tesla's blockbuster numbers. Tesla delivered 308,600 total deliveries last quarter, which is a whopping 72% increase over last year. And this report considerably topped consensus estimates for 267,000 total vehicles. The analysts, they expected Tesla to deliver 267,000 vehicles this quarter, but Tesla did 308,000. So that is almost 40,000 increase from the expectations, which I'd say is pretty much massive. And Tesla's stellar results indicate that demand for its cars remains highly robust. And moreover, the company's production capacity continues to expand, implying that Tesla's revenue should grow substantially in the future years. So if you look at the Q4, how Tesla has done, Tesla has sold 296,000 Model 3s, which is massive. And the Tesla Model S and X combining up to 11,000, but the Model 3 and the Model Y have sold 296,000. So if you're looking at the overall 2021, Tesla did 936,000. It would have been absolutely amazing to see it cross the 1 million number, but it still did much better than what they promised they would, so I guess it's fine. So where do you thinking Tesla is going in 2022? Can Tesla double from here? 2 million would be very much unlikely, but I think Tesla will do somewhere around 175,000, very close to double. But if Tesla does 2 million, I'll say wow. Would you say wow if Tesla did 2 million in 2022? Tesla's full year numbers of 936,000 deliveries illustrate how close the company came to selling 1 million cars last year. And in total, the company's 2021 deliveries surpassed the previous year results by a staggering 87%. Tesla did 87% better than what they did in the previous year. And in Q4, the company sold 11,000 Model S and X vehicles. And here is Tesla's worldwide deliveries from 2016 to 2021, just to indicate how far Tesla has come from being a company which is almost about to go bankrupt. In 2016, Tesla sold 75,000 vehicles. In 2017, 100,000. And in 2018, 250,000 almost, and in 2019 367, and in 2020 500,000, and in 2021 pretty much close to 1 million. Well, in 2020 I still remember talking about this. Tesla missed 500,000 by very small amount, but today it missed 1 million by quite some, 70,000, but it is still doing great. And the other thing which you can see is that the pace at which Tesla is growing is also increasing, which is a very good sign. So that is why, as I've said before in this video, I'm very excited to see how close Tesla can get to delivering 2 million vehicles in 2022. And you could see the phenomenal year-over-year growth rate in Tesla deliveries here. And remarkably, Tesla's deliveries have surged more than 1,000% over the last 5 years. And given the company's past performance and rapid anticipated growth, we should also continue to see substantial deliveries increase in the future years. And therefore, we should continue to see higher levels in Tesla's stock price as the company advances. So, there's another question which I wanted to ask you, and it's been a long time since I've been making videos on YouTube because I've been dealing with a lot of stuff which has been very personal. And I think that was the reason I couldn't make a lot of videos. I know I don't make a lot of effort in making them, but I really like doing it. And it's been time since I've asked you all a question. What I want you to answer me is, what I want you to leave a comment down in the comment section is, what do you think is the glass ceiling? What do you think is the limit for Tesla stock? How high can Tesla stock from where it can't go up even further? I mean, you know, with Elon Musk, only sky is the limit, but what do you think is the maximum limit to which Tesla stock can go? I mean, like, I can't comment on that yet, but I want to know what you think. So you could leave a comment down there in the comment section about what do you think about how high Tesla can ever go, maybe even in the next 20 years. Where would Tesla be in the next 25 years? This is an article from Seeking Alpha. What to expect from Q4 earnings last quarter? My EPS estimate was off by just 1 cent. So let's see if we can hit the bullseye this time. And the company delivered 11,000 Model S and X vehicles, of which 17% were subject to lease accounting. And therefore, Tesla sold around 9,700 cars in its Model S and X segment last quarter. And Tesla's Model S and segment average selling price has increased recently. Therefore, we will apply an average selling price of 115,000 for the Model S and X segment, and using this provides us with an approximate 1.12 billion in revenues for Tesla's luxury upscale segment. And in the Model 3 and Y segment, lease accounting accounted for 5% of the vehicles. Therefore, last quarter, Tesla sold roughly 282,000 vehicles in the Model 3 and Y segment, and implementing an average selling price of $50,000 implies that Tesla delivered approximately $14 billion in revenue from the Model 3 and Y segment last quarter. $14 billion. And once we approximate Tesla's revenues and gross margins and expenses in other businesses, we can estimate what the company should deliver in revenues and EPS for the Q4. And provided Tesla delivery numbers and my ASP estimates, we've arrived at $15.3 billion in revenues from Model 3, Model S, Model X, and Model Y alone. And once we've added the $450 million in leasing and $400 million in regulatory credit revenues, we came up with around $16.15 billion in total automotive sales revenue. And after we have computed energy generation and storage plus Tesla services and other segments, we've arrived at $18 billion revenue figure for Q4. $18 billion, that is quite massive. And this is higher than the consensus numbers of current $16.31 billion. His revenue figures is still lower than some high-end calls that exceed $18.25 billion. And if Tesla meets consensus figures, it will be a 52% year-over increase in revenue. And if the company meets my projection, it will see a 68% year-over-year surge in sales. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens. 26 is not so far away. Here's how Tesla's financials could look like in the future years. If Tesla maintains around a 20 to 25% average yearly revenue growth rate, Tesla stock price would be $2,500 by 2025, and 20 to 25% increase in its revenue for the next 4 years. I think it seems to be pretty much possible, but you never know. But if I have to say, would Tesla stock price be $2,500 by 2025? I'll say more than 70% yes. And what do you think, guys? Can Tesla achieve $2,500 by 2025? What do you think? You can leave a comment down in the comment section. So that's it, guys, from here today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and do smash the like button. I hope you have a good day.